Hello class, this is Examination 6 video review. What are the best type of communication strategies to implement when having an argument? What is the best type of nonverbal communication that sends a positive message? What communication style is most typical of women and men? And according to Robert Sternberg, what are the three primary components of a healthy, loving relationship? What is intimacy? What are the most prevalent problems that people face in a relationship regarding social media? If someone has been married for 35 years and remain in love and passionate towards the other person, what type of love is this versus someone who's been dating for only 6 months in high school and they don't know what their plans are after high school, even if they've had sex? What does hooking up mean? What are the recommendations in terms of precautions for online dating? What are the signs of a healthy versus an unhealthy relationship? If someone needs to know where the other person is in a relationship every minute of the day, is this healthy? Is this a normal sign of jealousy? Is this what happens when people cohabitate? Or is this a dysfunctional relationship? What are the recommendations for people when a relationship ends? Should you talk about it, keep busy, focus on what you did wrong, let your emotions out and allow yourself to cry? What's the best answer there? What are the benefits of marriage? What is cohabitation? And what is a domestic partnership? What type of couple, if I gave you different scenarios, would be at an increased risk for divorce? A younger couple, an older couple, a couple that makes a lot of money, a couple that has parents that are still married? What are some myths and truths about single parents? Do the children tend to do well, as well as those that are born to two parents? Are they most often female? Their children are most likely to have a child out of wedlock themselves, and they generally suffer economic hardships. In terms of a woman's ovaries, during ovulation, does the egg form in one of the ovaries? Midway through a woman's cycle, does she ovulate? The ovaries, do they produce estrogen? And are the ovaries where the ova is stored? When should a female have her first gynecological visit? If a woman is a virgin at the age of 19, according to the ACOG, when should she have her first pelvic exam and pap smear? What is a yeast infection? And what is another name for it? What is a circumcision? What is semen, the mixture of? What is the cycle names for menstruation for each week of a normal 28-day cycle? What are the phases of the sexual response cycle? When does ovulation occur with regards to the menstrual cycle? What are some symptoms of PMS? And what are some lifestyle components or choices within your control that can exacerbate PMS? What lifestyle changes could someone engage in that would prove beneficial to help reduce PMS symptoms? What hormone is associated with stimulating the release of the ovum during the menstrual cycle? What is the difference between PMDD and PMS? What is amenorrhea and dysmenorrhea? What is endometriosis? What is toxic shock syndrome? What are reasons that intercourse might be painful? What is erectile dysfunction? And what is the reason for it? What are safe alternatives to sexual intercourse? Unprotected oral sex can lead to the transmission of what type of bacterial or viral sexually transmitted infections? What is sexting? Regarding anal intercourse, what are some myths and truths to this type of act between two people? If someone decides to only practice anal intercourse with their partner, what risks should a person be concerned with if their partner has had multiple sexual partners previously? What does sexual orientation refer to? What is bisexuality, and if a transgendered individual is categorized as people that identify or don't identify with their assigned gender, or do they live the life of the opposite in terms of gender from their assigned sex? Do they express their gender as different from their assigned sex? Do they reject their gender? What best defines a transgendered individual? What is implantation? And if someone is going to use a non-hormonal form of contraception that's effective of preventing pregnancy and sexually transmitted infections, what is the best alternative for that? Which contraception options best protect against sexually transmitted infections? How long can sperm survive in the vagina? What type of contraception has the lowest failure rate? What is the fertility awareness method, and how is it tracked? What is the majority of college students reporting in terms of contraception as their main method of use? What are the main problems associated with the withdrawal method? And what are the long-term adverse effects of birth control? And that concludes Examination 6 video review. Best of luck.